This channel supports Extra Life in its efforts to raise money for the Children's Miracle Network. For more information about how to donate and join in their efforts, go to the link displayed here. Extra Life. Play games, heal kids. What up, everybody? This is your boy Black Magus, and we're going to talk about Spider-Man DLC number 2, which is called Turf Wars. So, for those who may not have seen my first look back at these DLCs, it's called the City Never Sleeps DLC collection. Basically, it's a 3-part story that happens after the events of the Spider-Man main story. Basically, Spider-Man's caught up in a situation where he's trying to figure out what's going on with Hammerhead and what is it that Hammerhead is up to. First part, you had him interact with Black Cat, and it ended on a cliffhanger. So you come to this part trying to see like where they're gonna go, and it's total chaos. There's a full-blown gang war. Hammerhead is basically trying to rub out his competition and take over the city, and you are trying to help Lieutenant Watanabe to put out this crazy fire, so to speak. So it actually starts out on a really crazy note too, and from there you get the idea that there's something like building. Now, is it as good as the first one? To me, no, but I still think it's solid. It's more solid in the storytelling aspect, as it seemed kind of shorter than the first one, which now for some reason I cannot think of the name of the first DLC, but it kind of is a bit slower paced to me, because I think they're just trying to bridge. It feels like it's one of those things like we're trying to set up for the big thing, so they didn't want to like go overboard with the story and put too much into it at the same time. It did lack something. It lacked, probably because it lacked the charm. Like, I have to admit, Black Cat was so good in there, and the interaction between Spider-Man and Black Cat was so awesome that this one being at a more, I guess, somber pace, or more deliberate pace in storytelling to try to like hammer in its point, it kind of doesn't compare, but it's still very, very solid. I will say the one thing that bothered me was the Screwball stuff. Screwball, it's cute and all, but I felt like it got very, very intrusive, the way that they brought back Screwball in this one. But that's just me. For the most part, though, it was a pretty solid DLC. Definitely can't wait to see, because as with the last one, it ends on a cliffhanger. So you are waiting to see what the hell is going on, which, I'm all in. I mean, the gameplay's still solid. They throw in a couple of new enemy variations to make things a little bit more difficult in some aspects, but it's not to the point where you just like, oh my god, I just want to like pour my hair out, because they're just manufacturing bullshit to toss at me. At least I didn't feel that way. But yeah, no, pretty solid DLC. You guys really should start checking these DLCs out for this game, because it was already a solid game to begin with. The DLC just adds to it, especially spending time with Peter Parker. They knocked it out the park with their representation of Peter. Like, seriously, it's really, really good, and I can like listen to that dialogue that he spits all day long. But yeah, definitely check out Turf Wars. It's again, it's not as good as the first DLC, but it's cool, it's solid, and it sets up what I think will be a really, really good third act. But anyway, as always, feel free to hit me up. Let me know what you think, and I'll holler at you later. This your boy Black Magus, and I'm out. Deuces.